Thank you for staying for the news. Now we start with a fallout from the district-level elections. 4 incumbent members of the Wa Municipal Assembly, including the only female member, lost their seats in the district-level elections. Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafiq Salam reports that the process was relatively peaceful.
District-level election took place in 187 of the 203 voting centers in the Wa municipality. The election were held in 28 of the 31 electoral areas. 90 persons filed to contest the elections. 2 of them are females. One of them is Sarah Fata, who is a mother of 4 and a medicine counting assistant. She pitched her strength against incumbent and a nurse Adam Masaudu in the Kambala electoral area. Sarah Fata's interest in contesting the election is about women and the youth who she claimed are unemployed and living under abject poverty.
I'm fighting for my women and the youth.
So what exactly will you do for the women and then the youth?
The women, in terms of jobs, we are lack of jobs, and the youth too. At times, the children that are completed the SSN, when they completed, they don't have jobs.
Adam Masaudu, on the other hand, is relying on his track record to win the contest in all 9 polling stations in the electoral area.
You know, elections are not won on the day of elections. They are won prior to the elections. And I think with the good effort, determination, and our track record, I think that is what is going to do the magic for us. I'm expecting not less than 65% of the win. Yeah.
When the polls closed at 5 p.m., the ballots were sorted and counted. In the middle of the counting, supporters of Adam Masaudu, already sure of where the pendulum will swing to, started jubilating.
Supporters of Adam Masaudu are in jubilant mood because they are pronouncing victory for him before the Electoral Commission declare him as the victor. 9 polling centers here, so far about 4 have been accounted, and he's claiming a total victory because his supporters some few minutes ago they had held him shoulder high and also poured out him. Masaudu Adam promised to work on the challenges that has been faced by the people of the Kambale electoral area. Look at Kambale Salakwana, that's the junction over there. We have been recording a lot of accidents, fatal accidents over there. I've written to urban rules, among others, begging for traffic lights over there. We are going to pursue that agenda. If you go to Choko as at now, I've been able to work with the Health Directorate and they gave us a CHIPS zone. We don't have a CHIPS compound. I have been able to secure somebody's room that we are going to use for a CHIPS compound. Together with the government, I'm going to work to ensure that we are able to put up a CHIPS compound over there. In
the end, he was retained with 947 votes, while Sarah Fata polled 505 votes. Atawa Takura, 4 years ago, became the sole female candidate to win at the Konta electoral area to represent the people at the Wa Municipal Assembly. Her luck, however, runs out this time round and was defeated by Jason Sabo. Another incumbent who will not be returning to the Wa Municipal Assembly is Adams Abubakari of the Sakwere electoral area. He was defeated by Nuruddin Seydou Soma. So too will be Kawadin of the Pomo electoral area, who is pursuing further studies abroad. His membership to the Wa Municipal Assembly was truncated by Saka Hamidu. There were other wins for incumbent assembly members for Kabanye and Nerife formal electoral areas, Sita Idrusu Irasong and Munkalo Hamidu Yakubu Selemba respectively. Though the election was generally peaceful in the municipality, voter turnout was rather low. Reporting for JoyNews, Rafiq Salam. Wa.
Staying on the district-level elections, low voter turnouts were recorded at most polling stations within the airport residential area. Kenneth Jesse visited some centers hours after polls opened. Here's what he found.
Voter turnouts within most electoral areas of the airport residential enclave in Accra were largely low, which is perhaps reflective of the non-interest in the district-level elections by the middle and upper-class voters in the country. The presiding officers of the Electoral Commission were, however, pleased with the orderly manner of the process.
It's been okay. It's been smooth. We are expecting 700 people, but as at now we have only 22 people who have voted successfully.
As we started, most of them were confused and asking questions about it, but our presiding officer educated them about it, so I don't think they're having a problem about that.
No misunderstanding or qualms were recorded at the places we visited. Some electorates that spoke to the news team were also pleased with the process and encouraged others to get involved.
It's good to vote for this particular exercise because when you want development, it starts from the community. So each and everyone should at least show concern by voting to make the community also pick up to meet the national grid.
Around 7 something to 8 before they set up everything. Some people are ready to go to work, but they wanted to vote. So we were here waiting for them. And the voting started around 7 something to 8.
The Electoral Commission projected a 60% voter turnout for the District Assembly elections, but it appears that number is far too ambitious if the unsurprising low voter turnout within the airport residential area is anything to go by. For JoyNews, I'm Kenneth Jesse.
Now, in Pokwasi in the North Municipality, twins faced a peculiar identity challenge in the district-level elections. The software that replaces the indelible ink as a marker for votes who cast their ballot failed to recognize the biometrics of one twin sister. Sweetie Abochi has the rest of the story.
We are catching up with Dr. John Halm, who is the parliamentary candidate-elect on the NDC ticket for this constituency. Honorable, thank you for joining us for a brief conversation.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to know, in your perspective, what have you observed so far, and what do you think about the electoral processes since morning?
Well, it's very good. So far, so good. A few places that I visited this morning, the exercise is going on smoothly. One or two things has been observed. That is, the turnouts at certain places are quite a bit low. But coming to Pokwasi electoral area, I realize the turnout is much appreciable.
We know that the NDC is not particularly excited about the not using the indelible ink as we've done for years now. And what do you think? Because some of the officials have told us that they've not had any problems yet with the software. What do you think, or what have you observed, in your opinion, the processes without the indelible ink?
Well, it is not the traditional thing we know of our election processes in Ghana. So it's got a new thing, which I think is not the best for us. What about, I think it's a recipe for any disaster, because someone can go and then come back again. But because it's a community, many people knows of, themselves. And so therefore, probably that may be as a check. But the reality is that it's not the best thing that we want to welcome in this country, because that is the only identification that indicates that one has really gone out to vote. And so if there is no any identification, it means that the system is open. Anyone at all can come in again and then vote 2-3 times, which could be vote rigging, which is not the best for us.
Still here at the North constituency at the Methodist Church polling station, where we had a situation involving two women, twins, where one person came earlier to exercise her franchise. The system had some challenges capturing her fingerprints, but she went through the facial recognition system successfully and was able to cast her ballot. The second sister came in and was unable to, the machine was unable to recognize her fingerprints and her facial features. It appears because the first sister, who is a twin sister, had already been captured in the system, it is repeating as an already registered and voted person. We're speaking to the polling officer, the presiding officer, who tells us that this is the first time they're having any challenges at all with the software. However, there's a possibility that it could be the same person who's posing as two people. But we've had people, family and friends, tell us that they know these two women. They are familiar with them and their twins, and we even spoke to their mother, who also is a twin. So the situation we just witnessed between the two sisters who claim they are twins, and the system has already picked one person and is rejecting the other person's fingerprints. Can you tell us exactly what happened?
I think you just narrated. They are twins. And it seems the other sister came and voted. So when the second person came in, when he put his finger on it, he's rejecting. It means she have voted already. So I think it's maybe, I don't know if blood-related issue or facial recognition or what. But I think if they could have used the indelible ink, when this one is in, they will know that, no, this is a different person. So they can call two partners that, or the agents, so that they can rectify, because definitely the name should be different in the register. So they may know that, oh, this was a different person, this also is a different person. And I think they said this report has been coming from other places.
Now, a deputy minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Benito Owusu-Bio, says the fight against illegal mining and the illegal logging of trees must continue to ensure the menace is minimized or eradicated to preserve the country's forest reserves. Speaking at the Forestry Commission's Chief Executive's end-of-year briefing and staff recognition awards in Takoradi, he said the ministry would continue to render its unflinching support to ensure they clamped down on the perpetrators.
Mr. said the Forestry Commission has planted more trees in Ghana since independence to 2016. He noted that the Commission has performed tremendously well over the past year, but indicated there is more room for improvement. He stated that the habit of protection and conservation must be cultivated.
I am very happy looking at the resources that has been given to them. I'll say I'll give them satisfactorily if I'm to mark them. But there is more room for more. There's room for us to do more. Currently, what we've realized is the need for us to do more engagement with the fringe communities around the forest. You need their help. And you also need their buy-in to be able to protect the forest. Now, we're going to help them to set up more of community resource management associations. These are community-driven, where the community themselves come together and form an association. And that association's aim and vision is to protect the forest. So, for instance, when they see any illegality ongoing there, they'll be the first to announce and let our officers and also the public or the security be aware that, hey, there's this person doing this here.
The Western Regional Minister, Kobna Otridakon, Mensah stressed on the need to regenerate the forest to be able to sell it globally. He called for the pricing of carbon credits at premium to generate more money to give to communities to energize them to protect the forest.
Secondly, bamboo is also in vogue. But we believe that bamboo can also be an alternative to the normal timber species that we have. And if you go to China and other countries, they've been able to use bamboo to eradicate poverty, not just reduce, eradicate poverty. And we believe that it is time that the Forestry Commission and the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources is raising financing for forest plantation. They should also raise part of the money for machinery, so that as we have the bamboo plantations, we can process them into hardwood and to other industrial products, so that they can serve the needs better than maybe using the normal species of wood in doing them.
Chief Executive of the Forestry Commission, John Alote, touched on the need to equip workers in order to win in the battle of illegal mining and deforestation.
The challenge confronting us today is how to combat the issues of illegal mining. I've already mentioned that the rapid response team are doing so well, but we need to equip them. They have limited, logistics to be able to move quickly and to move the numbers and to run multiple operations at the same time. So this is an area where we need the support, not only from the board, but even from management, to develop programs that would yield more funds that would be able to resource some of these units. they can continue to work under the conditions that we are keeping them now. They need more and better logistics to be able to deal with the illegal mining.
Some deserving hard-working staff were recognized for their immense contribution towards the growth of the Commission through hard work, commitment, and dedication. For Joy Business in Athalia, Kwanza, Western Region.
Now, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology and the Hubei University of Automotive Technology in China are collaborating through the establishment of a Confucius Center to promote the development of Ghana's automobile industry. The partnership will equip the automobile industry through technology transfers, research and development, and skills enhancement to facilitate local economic and social growth. The new collaborative effort was marked during the official establishment of the Confucius Institute at the KNUST in Kumasi. Clinton Yeboah has more in this report.
In an era of profound globalization, exchanges between countries have become essential for promoting the advancement of civilization and societal progress. As the Chinese partner of the newly established Confucius Institute at the KNUST, Hubei University of Automotive Technology is hoping to drive exchange technology and skills among the two institutions. The Vice-Chancellor of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Professor Rita Akusia-Dixon, says the collaboration is fundamental to cultural and innovative progress.
Today, as we inaugurate the Confucius Institute, we acknowledge the profound mutual impact, recognizing that they are not only mutually beneficial, but also fundamental to progress, creativity, innovation, and a rich cultural diversity for both students and staff. These partnerships enhance the practical relevance of our research and education.
She spoke at the official opening of the Confucius Institute at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, set up jointly by Hubei University of Automotive Technology. The establishment of the institute is a specific measure in response to the national, the Belt and Road initiatives. Confucius Institutes are non-profit educational institutions to facilitate the global dissemination and deepen global understanding of the Chinese language. Professor Zhang Wenju is the chairman of the school committee of Hubei University of Automotive Technology.
With promoting economic and cultural exchange between China and Ghana, fostering world peace and deepening the friendship between the two nations, to embrace the Chinese language, broaden their understanding of Chinese culture, and explore the fields of science and technology. By doing so, they can benefit from the wealth of the resources and the knowledge that China has to offer.
Head of the Ghana Association of Chinese Societies, Tang Hong, stated that the new institute will afford Chinese students of KNUST wider exposure.
The establishment of Confucius Institute at KNUST will add new vitality to the exchange between KNUST and Hubei University of Automotive Technology and other universities in China. More and more Ghanaian businessmen have begun to communicate with their Chinese partners in Chinese language. Chinese-speaking students in Ghana have advantages and become popular in talent market after graduation.
Reporting for JoyNews, Clinton. Yep.
It's a wrap for the news. Stay with us. The news review is up next as we're joined by Dr. Kwame Asasante.